got a fun one today. We're gonna be shooting an entire B-roll section here all by ourselves, a solo filmmaking cinematic section, and we're gonna show you the entire process of how we capture all the shots. And then towards the end, show you how they all work together once they've been edited. See, the thing about this one is we're gonna get super creative because a lot of the videos that I make talk about certain tips and rules or guidelines, and for this one, we're gonna break a lot of them. Let's dive straight into it with our first shot. This is gonna be a really fun one. We're gonna be ripping this absolutely beautiful road with this old Porsche. Let's get straight into it. So our very first shot, we're gonna open with something creative, try and grab some attention. Because I'm gonna be repurposing a lot of this stuff for things like Instagram, I sometimes try and think about my opening shots being super captivating so that you can use them in a slide or whatever and it just grabs people's attention. So the first shot is gonna be just the camera placed down here. And while I set this up, I just wanted to quickly mention that if you didn't know, within the Full-Time Creator OS, we do a bunch of deep dive videos that sometimes show like super in-depth versions of things that we can't really structure for YouTube. And we actually recently just put out one that does a whole deep dive on solo filmmaking. So it covers the whole pre-planning, how I come up with ideas and shots, and then shows us filming the whole thing, but then it also shows the whole editing process and how we actually put that edit together once we're done with it. It's nothing too crazy. I'm literally just putting the camera down flat, looking straight up. One of the easiest ways I find to get cool and creative shots is just break that eye level angle and get some like 3D stuff. Well, think in 3D perspectives. So that's what we're gonna do for this. Start down here. And we're just gonna go, oh. Boom, that's it for our first shot. Okay, this is where we're gonna start breaking a bunch of the rules that I normally kind of include in my video, guides. And that's because I wanna capture something that's kind of like a jump cut sequence where I have this one locked off angle and I can hard cut between moving around and being in different places and have these like hard transitions as part of the video that are obviously meant to be hard cuts. And I'm going to position myself in a few different places doing a couple of different things and it should cut together pretty well. So I'm trying to use some artistic creativeness here to just make it something more interesting, and I'll use a track that will go with those beats. So I'm gonna record and I'm gonna be sure that I don't move this tripod while I capture all of these different shots, because then it would break that kind of like illusion. Looks pretty cool with the backlight. We're staying on shadow side for now, trying to look into the light. And basically I'm just gonna move around within my frame now. So I'm gonna pretend as if I've come from the back here with this camera. Could even jump on you. I think I'm gonna do the same thing from one different angle. I'm gonna do another one that's like a straight up one, just for this part of being there. It's not essential, but I think it will be cool. Got some like crazy straight up shot. Kind of straight up, not fully. I'll do most of the same movements again. Okay, this next one we're gonna get a little creative. I wanna get a shot that kind of goes from here and looks out the other window, kind of the same as what you guys are seeing right now. And then I'm gonna be standing in the background there. Pretty tight spot in here, but I think if we're somewhere there, make sure I'm in frame nicely. We're gonna do a sneaky close-up detail, mixing like all of the wides and mediums we've got so far with a close-up of just this handle in the door opening and me getting in. And we're just gonna roll like this. We're gonna do another one quickly. I'm gonna do a slightly wider one here, just because that angle actually looks really nice. Let's get kind of here. And do the same thing. Let's put that over there. That sees my face. If I can see the mirror, if I can see the camera in the mirror, the camera can see me. And I'm gonna start it for getting the sound as well. So let's do a shot like that, and I'll sit down. Okay, we're gonna hard transition to a driving shot and start doing some sketchy business. I've put on a polarizing filter because I'm gonna get a shot looking back through the windscreen. And how I'm gonna do that is, I have these suction cup mounts for windows and smooth surfaces. So we're gonna set one up here, like this. And I've got two just for redundancy because I don't want to lose my gear. And just like that, we've got a sweet external mounted shot. And we're gonna drive along this absolutely crazy road and see what we get. I think it's gonna look pretty cool. So we're just gonna do a little drive, one parking lot, and then change angle. So, see how it goes. Okay, here's what we got. Set it up on the back here, one suction cup, another one, and it's looking forward like that, which looks epic. I'm making a lot of people mad. These people trying to just drive and get about their normal day. But we got content to shoot. Okay, I think that's cool. We're gonna do another short little go, not too long. So we just need like little bits of each one of these things. Hopefully it stays a bit sketchy. Okay, I heard it's looking cool. I hope. We'll just cruise along for a bit and we'll stop at the next little parking lot so we don't risk our camera out there for too long at a time. But it's looking super cool. There's all this haze and everything, which is gonna look amazing. So for these next shots, this isn't actually gonna be the order that we play them back, but I'm filming them in this order because I'm kind of capturing most of the outside ones while we have everything set up on this rig. Just trying to make my life a little bit easier. And then once we've got them, we're gonna move to the inside of the car, which is actually gonna be the shots that play now. I think that's gonna be all good. Let's just try and lock this in here. I want it to be kind of like this. And then we're getting to the end of it. So I'm not gonna talk for a minute. I think if we did something like this, and the idea for this is that I want to kind of get the wheel moving because it's going to be hitting bumps and stuff, and then the camera is going to be attached to the body, not the wheel, so it should have a cool look. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get far enough out there. Okay. Okay, don't fall off camera. Okay, we're cruising. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. Okay, next few shots are gonna be like some interior shots. Way less stressful to get, way easier to do, but they're still gonna be cool and creative. And the first one I wanna get is just similar to this one, a weird Dutch angle that kind of happens from back here, looking past the steering wheel, the cool lights and everything. This one I'm just gonna suction on the window right behind you guys. Pretty much the same angle as this. I must say, solo creating, when I talked about these a lot, these little magic arms and clips and the accessories and like creative things that you can get to help you film makes such a big difference. They're not essential. You can get away with a lot with just having a tripod or something, but it's very helpful when you're trying to do something like kind of weird and creative. We need to be quick. We're about to lose light, but angles over there like that, just hanging off the window, looking pretty good. Ooh, this light is beautiful, but I need to be quick because filming these videos is quite time consuming. Because not only am I filming the actual B-roll on my own, I'm trying to capture this whole behind the scenes thing on my own as well. It's sometimes a little tricky, but we're doing our best. I'm just setting you guys up over here quick. Sorry for this sick angle. Okay. Okay, we should be good to go. Let's hit that one. We're gonna be 25. Well, maybe a tiny bit zoomed in, but also looks good. I weirdly kind of like this angle more, which means, hey, who makes the rules? I can use this angle too if I want, which I might do. Oh my God. Okay. Might use both of these angles. Okay. Woo! Okay. I'm going to keep this on the same thing, and I'm going to stick it up here now, right in front of you guys, and I'm just going to angle this so that it's a straight down looking shot onto this gear thing, and then I'm not actually even going to drive. I'm just going to pretend to change gears quickly. So let's do this. There, okay, that's cool. That looks super nice. Now, I'm just gonna pretend like I'm doing things over here. I don't need to drive for this. I mean, it would be cool if you got like some light changing and stuff, but we're gonna swap out this suction mount for a clamp because I wanna get this fast turning weirdness of the steering wheel. Shoop. So what we're gonna do is, let's just do it like that. And I also just want a really quick and short little, see, I wouldn't be able to drive at all, which is a good thing that we're not doing it. Oh, that's cool. It's like upwards. That looks really cool actually. Okay, we killing it with this. The sun has just dipped, so our last shot I actually want to be back home. It's like we finished messing around and playing in the car. So I'm gonna drive back home quick before the light changes too much. It's gonna be slightly more dark, which is fine, because that's part of it. And then we are actually done with this. So next shot, just down there. Okay, we've got one final shot. New location now, which is just gonna be a really nice big shot looking back like this of me stopping the car and getting out as our kind of outro and ending. So quickly race against this last bit of light. There we go. I think that looks pretty sick. Okay, little sneaky bonus shot. It's just gonna be of these lights as they go back down because it looks pretty cool. Okay, that's perfect. That's gonna be it for this one. I hope you found it fun. It was fun to shoot. A little bit stressful at times shooting on that busy main road, but it was super cool. And I think we came up with something nice all in all. I've been wanting to do this video for a while, so I'm glad it worked out. Let's take a look at the actual final video. Once it's edited, we're gonna do a bunch of different little tricks in this one. So keep a lookout for those because like I said, we're gonna break those guidelines. If you wanna get a free solo filmmaking workbook, you can get it down in the description. And if you wanna check out the Full-Time Creator OS, you can get access to that. We do a bunch of deep dives and stuff where we show you how you plan, where I show how I plan all the shots and edit them. And it also goes into everything about being a creator, like personal branding, script writing. You get access to a bunch of tools, you get a whole workbook curriculum, a bunch of courses. There's so much stuff in there, more than I can explain to you. But if you do want to find out more, that's also going to be linked down in the description. Other than that, let's roll this video, see what you think about it.
1, 2, 1, 2, ready, kick it.
That's the end of that. I hope you thought this video was cool and that you found it interesting and fun to watch and that you liked the edit and that we changed things up and just did something a little bit different and creative. That's what this whole filmmaking thing is actually about at the end of the day. Remember, you can get the free solo filmmaking workbook as well as check out the Full-Time Creator OS. If you want to start turning this into a full-time gig for yourself and get the exact breakdown of how you do that, I'm gonna head home. We made it just in time for the light and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.